Okay, so I think it will be, the second part, and it will be shortly. Maybe it's not really will be short, but it will be the last part, I think. So, as I just said, I react in a really nicely way for me, and that's what especially for me, because it's a reminder that every fucking body just don't really understand you, don't really believe you, don't really, I don't fucking know, but you are fight, maybe in a joking way, maybe in your way, maybe in your bonds, maybe in your, you know music that you actually create when you fight. But the beautiful thing that was in this place is, you know I just believe to myself right now. I just believe that what I say it's true. And a lot of people that actually, when a lot of people just, you know make we, down, we just close and stay away from this place. But I think that the amazing fact of say your thing, and, you know clear your position, even if other people don't really believe you, think different, and everything like that. I think that the amazing point about that is, you know, you are believing in yourself. You believe, in what you say. You actually believe that what you actually said it's true, and it's absolutely amazing because when this actually position happened, and we just felt like other people make me unbelieving about myself, and I just can't do something with that, so I will just shut my mouth and, you know don't say nothing. So I think that the amazing point of, just say something, and, you know fight in your way, is the point that you actually in a balance. You just right now believe in yourself, and these other people don't really influence about you, because, you know your brain actually believe for what you just heard. And when you just ignore and shut your mouth and stay away from this position, it's bring you to the point that you believe in what other people say, or maybe feel badly about what other people say. But when you just say your thing, even you just feel that nobody understand what is going on, I don't care, it's actually stupidly energy. It's not, because when you just, song this thing that you want to actually say, and describe about this thing how actually you want, you you know play the music, and you control about the music, and you understand the music, and from that you just, you know understand that it's what make you bounce, this fighting about your point. And I think it's absolutely, important position, an important thing about, people that just a lot of time, you know um ignore from a thing that they actually don't really want to insight for their brain, or to just, heard, or they actually know the truth. And because of that, they don't really think that if they will answer and they will find about their point, they actually will be more satisfied and more silent, and everything just will be more actually, nicely and easily. And I think in my point it was wrong, because in my point, when I just clear my point and make this thing understanding and just stand about my leg, I just, arrive to the position that I satisfied with myself, because I really believe that I did, the good choice, the right choice. Okay? Um and that's it. When you just control in this music, okay? That's what I just, try to say. It's very important to control in this thing, and say what you actually want to say, and fight about what you actually want to say. And it's what actually determined if you will control in the song, or with other people will control about the song, and the song actually will influence about your brain. So if you just will ignore and let other people spoke and everything like that, you just will down. And that's because your brain care about this thing. You can't do something with that. This is, your nature. But if you say, if you react, if you respond about that in your way, and you fight about that, your brain will be absolutely dopamine, you know controlling nicely, everything like that, because you actually did this thing. So I think that's it, and that's the point of yesterday, I can say. And I must say that, despite the previous flight that I just did, this flight was pretty nicely, with very nicely company, and I just absolutely, feel that I in the right place right now. Especially right now, I can say, because maybe in the first time I didn't really know how to be satisfied about the place that I in right now. I didn't really was, you know, maybe in a point that I understand why it's so fucking improving to just live in this place. And when I just was in this shit place that I ate so much fucking shit and everything like that, even in this time, everything was pretty nicely. I just make enjoy a very nicely moment, and that was a pretty fucking nicely time, and I just did the right thing when I just came to this place. But in eventually, um, you know, I just absolutely feel that right now I'm lucky that I in this place, that I just live in this new place that I move for. And because of the things, but it's absolutely teach you to understand, how much you need this place, how much you actually did the right things, how much everything like that. It was clear, but right now it's absolutely more clear. And so yeah, I think that's it. That's in this aspect. And in the aspect of money, I think it's absolutely important thing to spoke about. So as I just said, before 2 days or maybe more, I just opened a conversation about what I did in all of this year, and that's absolutely fucking a lot. And what I just did in this 5.5 months. So as I spoke yesterday, this 5.5 months, it was a point that I climb as I do every time in this year. But in this point when I climb, I just have a stone about me, and I just don't really have a stone, a place to put this stone when I climb. And I think it was the best, describing about my position, um, and about my point. And that's absolutely true because every time in this year I just climb and climb and climb, even everything fucking was, without any light, and I just couldn't see nothing. And in this step of 5.5 months, I just was in a point that it's not I just have a stone about me, and every time when I just climb, I put the stone in a safe place, and after I just climb more, take this stone and put it, and you know if I just want to describe this thing, you know in the aspect of the imagine. So yeah, in these 5.5 months, I just needed to take this stone with me when I just climb, and been hoping that I will, find a place to put the stone about at the journey, at the time that I just climbed. And as I just said in the previous video, it wasn't true. Um, because I didn't find, and that's absolutely crazy because in this 5.5 months, I just improved so much. I became to a different person. I just did things that I just, you know, could dream about before. I just was so fucking learning and become for a different person, literally a different person. And, you know, after all of the journey that I took and after all of the thing that I did, that I so fucking satisfied, maybe fucking shocked about, yeah, about, several thing I can say that I absolutely shocked about, that it wasn't true. That I found the time and I found, a place to put the stone about. All the time I just took the stone with me. And the stone is the problem with money. That every time, it's actually solved when I just climb more, high. When I just climb more high, every time I, you know, was put the clothes, put, the stone about some safe place. Okay? But in these 5.5 months, I just climbed really, really, really high, really good, really satisfied, really everything. Did pretty amazing fucking journey, but I didn't find a place to put the stone about. And yeah, that's it. And I just must say that for right now, um, I know that it will be a time for working and a time for completing, and I just know that you know I need right now maybe to do approximately what I did before approximately a year, just fight and don't really know for which direction or why or